Hello. I haven't challenged myself in a long time. Today I will because I have decided to sort out 100 items at once. So much for that. In between, I definitely almost regretted coming up with and committing to something like this again. It was that difficult. I proceeded by tidying up and cleaning. In doing so, I examined everything closely to see if there was anything to sort out. And if you want to know whether I succeeded or how much it really turned out to be in the end, and especially what I found, then feel free to stick around and enjoy watching, my dears. So, I'll start here in the bedroom. Let's see how much I can find here. I still can't imagine that I will find so many things, because I already feel like I can't sort out that much. But I always end up finding something. So that's how it has always been for me, and that's why I believe there will be quite a bit to sort out today as well. At least I hope so, because I somehow need that relieving feeling again. It's just that there are a bit too many things. I think I basically just need to decide what is more important to me than some other things perhaps. And yes, that is my mission today, and we are starting that right here. I am tidying up in the bedroom, and then I keep my eyes open and scan this room for things that I can sort out. I'm starting in the bedroom now because I haven't really decluttered the upper floor in a targeted way for a long time, and it should actually be possible to find 100 things there. Above all, I also don't want to count every screw individually, but really 100 proper items. But let's see if I haven't taken on too much, because 100 things is really a lot. And I don't just want to rummage through the cabinets looking for things I can sort out. Rather, I want to properly arrange the space now. So now I start, as always, by making the bed nicely. This way, in the end, I will have a tidy, clean and decluttered room. That is my goal. Because I don't want to declutter just for the sake of decluttering, but decluttering itself has many other benefits. And I always need a very specific mood and feeling to declutter, so when I feel like it, I can really let go of things. Funny, just at that moment, I read the comment here, so it popped up on my phone that my bedroom and bedding look quite colorless, and I see it the same way, and I actually like it just like that, because I find it quite nice in the bedroom, when it isn't so colorful and chaotic, but rather a place where everything can be very calm and not so vibrant. So, we will get to the specific benefits that decluttering has for me shortly, but for now, we are at the very first drawer, which is from the nightstand. So here I just have a lot of stuff. This is where everything ends up that's lying around or somewhere else in the evening. For example, here are the tissues, pens, and colored pencils. Why do I need these in my nightstand drawer? Then a protective cream from diapering and so on. It just accumulates there over time. And on the one hand, I am now simply putting the things that don't belong there back in their proper place. I got two things. The book and this teddy bear. I need to sort. I have this little coat hook, and this jacket hung there always. Sweater, jacket, I don't know exactly when I should wear them. It's kind of too cold for outside and too warm for inside. And that's why I never wear it. Now I thought I would try it on again and see if I still like it. I just really like the piece itself, the color, and it fits so well. It's comfortable. I just don't know exactly when I should wear it. But I thought, okay, last chance. If I don't wear it this fall and winter, then it can definitely go. But I'll give it a few more weeks, because I am always very careful not to give away, throw away, or donate things too quickly and impulsively, or whatever I do with them. Because I really don't want to regret, at the end, that the things are gone. But when the things are gone, it will be because I am sure that I no longer need them. Then here on my dresser, there are all my clothes and changing things in there, and there were so many pictures on top. I have now decided to leave two, the two white ones that you see in the foreground. The others I didn't sort out, but just put them somewhere else for now. And they might end up in another place, but I still find them so beautiful. I would love to hang them up somewhere again. And the white containers that are now sitting on top here, I also found them in the drawer. They were still brand new and still packaged. I just assembled them for now. And now I'm starting here from one drawer, and I'm going through the two dressers from right to left. And when I need a little basket for something, I can use that. Otherwise, I will take it to my office, where my other storage baskets and so on are. This is a flower pot from IKEA. We once had a plant in it, but unfortunately, it didn't survive for long. But the pot, I think it's so beautiful. And yes, regarding the color, regarding the shape, and it's actually quite practical because you can always put something in it, and I think it just fits very well with the two white pictures. And it's always nice to have such a trio standing together. That's why I'm placing it next to the two pictures. Of course, it will be nice and clean again. So, the candle will be removed because then there will only be 3 pieces left. Otherwise, it already looks like too much again. But do you see how nice 3 pieces look together? I like 3 things. And on the back dresser, well, behind it, I've never liked it that much. There's so much stuff lying around. I could nicely store that in the drawer now. I'll show it to you in more detail shortly. For example, like a charging station for an Apple Watch and such. Everything with cables and charging stations is always somewhat messy. So, here in the next drawer, I have neatly organized my period underwear. Another little basket that doesn't fit in at all. Here are my very precious memories from my birth, things from my father. Completely valuable cards that mean a lot to me. They will definitely stay here. So this is my very private drawer here. And I just have a drawer for my regular underwear. And this one is really just for my period underwear. So I'm always well prepared for that time. Then I move on to the other drawers from the dresses. Here I have clothes, for example sweaters. And I actually found 2 pieces that I no longer want in the closet because I just don't like wearing them at the moment. But they aren't wrong in themselves, which is why I'm not sorting them out. But they are coming out of the closet for now. I just found something. Oh man, I apparently took it away at some point because too much was being played. I put it in my drawer because the kids can't get to it here. Now I found the Nintendo again. Wow, we searched for that for a long time. But of course not in here. Okay, she's back. So, finding valuable things while sorting can also happen. So, now I'm here at my regular underwear drawer, and one thing has really stood out to me. I have a lot of socks with holes, a lot of single socks, and just socks that are worn out and need to go. Because I had so many pairs of socks. I didn't even notice that most of those at the bottom were all somehow damaged. And they definitely can and need to be thrown away. Well, that was already good because then I was able to collect a lot here for my 100 things. But I always show you at the end of each room all the items together in a pile that have come out of the room. The cabinet is done. Cabinet, chest of drawers, whatever. In any case, it's quite tidy again. So I have now at least been able to nicely hide these things that just don't look so pretty up here. Then we have changing supplies and medications here. I know exactly what is there now. So, here we only have a part, but it is mainly baby items. It's always good to know what you have. Then, exactly, we were already thoroughly involved in that. And here I still have clothes, but also with a lot of space. Here, the underwear is now neatly organized again with some sorted socks. And the rest is also clothes that fit for now. This is really an extra task. It would exceed the scope to try everything on again, or to take a closer look at it. So, let's see how many things have accumulated in this room. I'm sorting these 2 items out of the room, but not completely. They are just going to be moved somewhere else. Probably to the attic for my reserve clothes or my exchange clothes. Exactly, that's why I don't count those. And here, this was found. So, something else has even been added. But now we come to the things that are going to be removed. This is a sports top that I always thought was nice, but that I never wear. Because it's too tight just for wearing and too uncomfortable for wearing underneath. So overall, it's simply too uncomfortable. I've had this for about 2 years now, it needs to go. And then I have a whole bunch of broken or single socks here. Then here is a string from some jogging pants, but I'm not going to thread it anymore. So I wear the jogging pants without the drawstring, which is why the string can go. A little craft item, and here is a pair of baby tweezers, which we no longer need. A half-surprise egg, a candle lid, a musical plush toy, which is super annoying. If it were just a stuffed animal, I think I would keep it, but the music is really quite annoying right now. I can't stand it anymore. And, damaged book. Maybe I can still find the content, then I could glue it. But, yes, just the cover here. That could go. Well, for thinking that I wouldn't find anything in this room, quite a bit has come together, and I'm already very happy and relieved. The kids will be happy, especially about the Nintendo.
This has actually happened to us several times, that we put something away and then hid it from the kids in such a way that we couldn't find it ourselves anymore. And then at some point, even when you want to find it again, you just can't, because it's simply too well hidden. And it has happened a few times now with the Nintendo, but overall the bedroom is totally tidy again. Now I am vacuuming our beautiful cozy carpet, and then that will be it for the bedroom. So, the first room is clean and decluttered. I really don't think there are that many things in this room, at least in my opinion. For the fact that we both have our clothes and the changing supplies here. Since the youngest doesn't have her own room yet, the changing supplies are just here, for example, and the clothes are in the hallway. But yes, that's just how it is at the moment. Yes, I am very satisfied. I completely forgot to look in the box, but there is actually only what we need inside: bed linens and sheets. And there are 2 of those pillows again. That's it, there's nothing more in there. But it's already the ideal spot for the birds. I find it quite practical, even though this bench somehow, it's a love-hate relationship between us. But it is practical. I'll continue in the bathroom. This is how it looks at the moment. So it's okay. I recently cleaned it thoroughly again. But what is so bad right now is the mirror. You can hardly recognize yourself in it. Not exaggerated? You really can't see what you're actually doing in the mirror. It's that dirty. And yes, I'm currently watching a Clean With Me video on the side, and I would say, now I'm going to continue with this area. And actually, I'll start again. Clean up, especially wiping the mirror here. It's just crazy. Then I have the dirtiest mirror you can imagine for days. And within 10 seconds, it's clean again. Well, in any case, you could also see how dusty it was on top. Now, I will first make sure that this entire washing area, meaning the sink and this wash table, is nicely wiped down and that nothing is lying around that shouldn't be there. And the next step would be to go through the drawers here and start sorting things out. I am not going to clean the entire bathroom first and then continue with sorting, but rather tackle it area by area. And now we are here at the wash basin. This is my drawer. There are quite a few things in there, but almost everything in it really belongs to me. So besides my large body lotions or hairspray or something like that, everything is really in there. So facial care or all kinds of makeup and so on. And with such things, it really is the case for me that I don't always use exactly the same thing every day. Rather, one day my skin is dry, so I use this, and then I need that again, and then something else. I just need the right variant for every skin and life situation. That's why I thought from the very beginning that I wouldn't find much in my drawer. But I really went through everything carefully and at least found 2 things. Now here in the other drawers, for example, there is all sorts of stuff in here. A bit of pink stuff, a few hair curling supplies, for instance. And in the one below, there are also some shower gel and shampoo. I checked to see if there was anything empty among them. I have only found these 2 things in the wash basin. I mean, it's good if I only have as many things in there as I actually need. But there is still a lot in there. But still, well, I hope that I can still find a little something in the cabinet. Let's see. I don't really know what's actually in there. So in the bathroom cabinet, I am now continuing to declutter and searching for things that can be removed. It's really fun. I somehow feel like going through the cabinets and searching for things. It's like an Easter egg hunt, only you're looking for things you can throw away. It's a lot of fun, and that's also the reason why I've chosen the 100-item challenge for myself. So, I've just given it some thought. How could I implement this in a nice way? How do I achieve a sense of success? How can I set a clear goal for myself? And I think I can achieve that quite well if I manage to do it in the end. But you know me, and I will turn the whole house upside down until I find 100 pieces. But let's see. In any case, I just wanted to suggest to you, in case you have a Clean With Me channel or something similar. So you can of course do it privately for yourselves. But if you are also active on YouTube, I warmly invite you to perhaps take on this challenge as well. Then write it to me in the comments, and I will link you under my video so that all the other viewers can easily click through all these videos. So, if you feel like it, this is just an invitation, a suggestion. I think it's kind of cool. I want to take a look at what others are doing because I really have to say, I thought 100 items would be easy. I thought I could quickly do it in 1 or 2 hours while also tidying up and cleaning the house. But there were moments in between when I really thought, damn, how do I maybe prefer to buy from those 100 items? 50, 60. Well, I went through with it, folks. And if you also have challenges, whether you succeed or not, just post in the comments that you did it too, along with the name of your channel, and then I'll link it under my video. And then we can all click through it together. I'm really looking forward to it. So, if you feel like it and have the time, then do it, or do it for yourselves privately at home, of course without a camera. I definitely had a lot of fun with it, and do you know why? Decluttering always helps me so much. And that's because I can really reduce my consumption through this. So when I sort out and see what I don't need, I automatically buy less. Because in my thoughts, when I am already uncertain about clothes that don't fit properly, I can already see in my mind's eye that during the next decluttering session, I will sort those items out again anyway, because I am very selective about the things I want to keep. And because of that, I don't buy it at all. Or for certain toys where I know they will also end up in the decluttering pile, I simply don't buy them anymore. Of course, there is still room for improvement. And I also find it difficult to only buy the things that I really need 100%. I mean, there are still many items involved. If one were to really ask, do I need this? Do I need this? Can I live without this? Then I wouldn't have to buy it. So I still buy way too many things that one can really live well without. I mean, do we need a new dining table? Do we need new chairs? No. Can we live without curtains? Yes. But, for example, in the area of clothes, or also makeup items, nail polishes, and so on, I just know that I won't buy as many things that I'm unsure about, simply because I now have this decluttering experience. And what I love most about decluttering, the reason and purpose behind it for me, is that in the long run, it simply means less work when it comes to tidying up, cleaning, and dusting. One has to repair less, one has to take care of less. So, for my part, the coffee machine could have also been left out. It requires a lot of effort, it involves a lot of work, and one has to find the right place. And I can live without coffee, but there are 2 of us, and we decide together that the coffee machine stays. That's all good. But that's just an example. So having fewer things simply means less work, and tidying up goes faster. Now there is indeed a bit of a build-up in the bathroom as well. So, and very old brush that I no longer want to use for cleaning.
Then the old bottle from the bathtub, toys. That can go too. We don't need that in Lego anymore. A shampoo that I find really bad, it's almost empty, but I won't use it up anymore. I also won't use up a nearly empty shampoo. It's empty. This one is 4 years old, 5 years old, so from 2020, this one is going away. The kids hate it, so it's going away too. An old piece of jewelry. A lipstick that I don't like. A lip balm that is no longer appetizing. It's ancient and I don't like it anymore. And then there's a nail polish, which is good, but I already have something new because you can't get anything out of it anymore. And this has become so thick that it can't be used anymore. And what is this here? A pen. That is just completely the wrong color for me. So, all of this is going away. How many do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pieces. Good. All this garbage is going away. So the second room is finished, and we have already completed 35 out of 100 items. It slowly became clear to me that, okay, I have really found a lot, especially in terms of quantity. It felt like a lot to me, and I thought, okay, I have completed 35%. There is still a long way to go. But let's continue. In the hallway, here. I thought I would always find something because there are also 2 toy drawers here. But first of all, before I really go through the drawers again, I will at least take down the laundry here because I want it to be, as I said, neat and tidy in the end. And not now. When clothes are hanging on both sides of me, I somehow can't look into the drawer in peace and decide. But the surroundings need to be tidy, and then I can decide much better whether it fits into this order or not. And having more space, especially now and decluttering with the goal of having more space, is so nice. Clear surfaces are easier to wipe down, but not just because of cleaning. Also, having clear surfaces where things aren't constantly staring at you, like to-dos lying around, allows for a free space where you can think properly. Then thoughts can settle down somehow. You can breathe again, I think. When I go downstairs to our ground floor and the kitchen is dirty, the dining room is dirty, the wardrobe is cluttered, and there are book bags and jackets everywhere, I go down and can hardly breathe. Then I feel stressed and annoyed. And when it is tidy and clean, and when I love going down because it is just beautiful there, then completely different thoughts come to mind. Then I think, yes, what delicious thing can I cook now? What nice thing can I do now? There is simply much less stress and much less unrest then, compared to when you go somewhere, for example, downstairs, and just see that I have to do this, that, this. And with fewer things, it is of course no longer really possible or likely for the whole house to be completely chaotic and messy. It's just harder to deal with fewer things than with too many, and that's what I love about it. Getting rid of things. And with many things, you can really pass them on. It works. Not everything ends up in the trash. For example, I always donate sorted out clothes to charity, except for our socks, of course. But I always donate good children's clothes. I just don't have the patience for selling platforms at all. Not at all. I have always found it so exhausting to sell something on eBay and to write about it, and then no one comes by, and so on and so forth. But what I wanted to get at is that I recently sent the bath cushions to the little boy, and you all celebrated so much that he now has them. And his mom wrote to me again recently that they have arrived and that he has already used them and also tried out the bath additives. And God, I really feel like I just thought, oh man, and they have been lying unused somewhere in the cupboard or just lying around for half a year. They are used and do not serve their purpose at all, except that it annoys me because I naturally get upset wondering why I don't use them. They were expensive, blah, blah, blah. And now the best feeling is when you make someone else happy with them and someone actually uses them. Oh, I am so, so glad that I finally tackled this, finding a way to pass on the cushions and come up with a solution. And of course, I'm happy that I can just ask you all and that there was so much interest. So, yes, it was really nice to hear that. Now let me show you my haul. So this is what has come together from the hallway. I have arranged it a bit nicely now. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man, I won't reach 100 pieces otherwise. I'm really considering whether this counts as 1 piece or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6 pieces. What would you say? Is it 6 pieces or 1 piece? And the same goes for this. Is it 1 or 5? Okay, yes. We say now, this is 1 part, this is 1 part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, it adds up after all. So we have 15 pieces here now. I need to scribble this down. So 15 pieces from the hallway. Each time a different pen. Hey, we're exactly at 50. Cool. Half is done. And now I'm just going to throw the things together in the basket here. So then I'll go through it again to sort out what goes in the trash and what. Then it will be given away or passed on. I must focus on one thing. It's about what I can find that can be removed. The next question is where to send it. Once decided it will be removed, I just need to decide where to send it. But then at least my question is no longer in my mind. Can I really get rid of this and so on? No, exactly. Everything is being decided now. As you can see, quite a bit of laundry has piled up here again. So, Patrick's laundry is done, and my laundry is done. I'm just putting this away, hanging up Patrick's white laundry, and then I'll also fold his washed clothes that are lying there to the left.
Because everything can be taken care of now, and then it will be much clearer here again. The middle colorful laundry basket is already overflowing, and I will throw in the laundry right away. Before I leave here. Because I want to leave the room tidy as well. Overall. And that's why I'm doing this first. Okay, and be careful. While I'm doing the laundry, it'll deepen briefly. I discussed it with Patrick the other day. A comment triggered it. Our kitchen is poorly planned, too small, and doesn't fit the house. And I really looked carefully and thoroughly at my kitchen and thought about how I feel about it. And I just thought, are you serious? Seriously, really? What kind of world are we living in, please? Because I always have exactly the opposite feeling. It's like everything is too big for me. Everything is too much for me. That's so much work. It's so much, it costs everyone so much nerves. For example, in our house, the heat pump is constantly broken again. So we really need someone to come to us and take a look at this. And until then, we have to go upstairs every few minutes and turn the power back on. That's just how it is. Yes, with a big house, you also take on a lot of responsibilities. And so this is always getting bigger, better, and more amazing. I just realized, or rather in that moment, when that was my thought-provoking comment, I really thought, no, that's not my model at all, my goal or what I'm working towards. I definitely do not want to own an even bigger house. A larger kitchen, for example. Rather, the exact opposite would be what I would strive for. And I always find it so fascinating that it is just so normal to feel the need to constantly improve. So it's not unusual if you take a few steps back again. For example, with every additional car that you buy, it always has to be somehow better than what it was before. Or when you move, the new apartment has to be bigger, has to be nicer, at least as big as that. Because I believe you just get used to a lot of things. Let's say, for example, you move somewhere like into an apartment, and yes, then you just get used to it, I don't know, then you have 100 square meters. And then the next apartment automatically has to be at least 100 square meters again. And it should also have at least one elevator, because I'm not moving to the second floor without an elevator and so on. And that's just a phenomenon where Patrick and I are simply different. Because for him, it's totally like, why should he scale back in any way when he has it just the way it is now? And it just bothers me somehow again and again that it doesn't make me happy. So it's not what makes me happy, but that there would be other things. And it's this phenomenon where things are only allowed to get better and never go back. I find it unfortunate. I think the kitchen is more than enough. I mean, you can see that we've been managing with only half of the stove burners for almost a year now, and I believe it would be the same with all the other things that one gets used to over time. Yes, I thought the thoughts actually fit quite well with the whole thing. The laundry room is definitely finished again for now. Unfortunately, I have found it the least here so far. A toothbrush that I actually wanted to use for cleaning, but I have never done that. Then here is a knotted bracelet, a knife. I have 2 of those and use them for cleaning or for any grooves or something. Something for scraping. I don't need 2, 1 is enough. And this here I have never used again. And so these are just 4 things, but that's okay. After all, 4 things are more than none. The items also go into the basket with the others. And we write down 4 items here on HWR. And with that, we have 54 out of 100. We are really making slow progress. At that point, I really felt like I was losing my courage a bit. And I really thought, wow, it's going to be really tough to find 46 things now. And I honestly have to admit that I didn't think much about tidying up anymore. But I really thought to myself, okay, I will focus on sorting out the things now. Sure, I will arrange the things I have in my hands properly and also tidy up.
But I am now just looking for the 46 items that I am missing so that I can complete this challenge. And I knew, for example, what my hotspots are where I can find things. So, of course, I first went to our wardrobe, where I knew there were still a few things lying around. And in some areas, you somehow always find something that you can sort out. And for us, it's always the wardrobe. You can see how much junk is lying there. For the sake of completeness, I of course went through the wardrobe at the end again, and here is our little basket where the outdoor toys are kept. And ta-da, I even found a red rope that is partially broken and no longer used. I also looked through the shoe cabinets again, although I actually know that there won't be anything in there. It's more about arranging the shoes neatly so that when I open it, it feels somewhat organized inside. Sometimes the children's shoes end up in the wrong compartment, and I would just correct that right now. I will go through my own shoe cabinet again. I take a look inside and check. It's just very organized. I have a few shoes in there. I have my wallet, which I actually don't use, but just in case. I think it's good to have it if I find any wallet. But otherwise there is nothing to sort out. From the hallway, I was a bit more successful again. Here, there are some books. Yes, these are some old books from Patrick that I was able to sort out. Lids from the Halloween jars here. And the clips that don't hold at all for me. Maybe I just have too few too thin hairs. They don't hold. Then there's this little thing here. Hairpin, marble, shell, lip balm, such a keyring. A stone. A stone. Come on, we can group these together. Then here are 2 small chestnuts. Then here are 3 of those Siegmüller cards. And again some tattoos. And of course this red rope here. Then let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 F. 12, 13, 14, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Hooray, that was successful. It definitely motivated me again and gave me a boost to keep going. The best feeling is really putting the things away. When you gather them a little bit and then have a whole bunch, and then you can give them away to the laundry basket or wherever. So we note down 18 new items, which means we are at 72%. Now I still need 28 pieces, and I was thinking, I'm looking here to see if I can still find 28 pieces, but I've already seen the balloons. They really need to go now. And otherwise I'm not that optimistic, but I'll see if I can find 28 here. Or if I need to go somewhere else. But 100 pieces is harder and more difficult than I thought. At first I thought about taking 200 or 300 pieces. I'm glad that I only aimed for 100. I'm being completely honest.
Always this struggle with the balloons. I just counted, and now 20 are still missing. Oh, shopping bags. We already have way too many shopping bags again. Really good. Really good. Here. We have a cooler bag, but we never take it with us when shopping. Never. It has to go. In general, we have accumulated shopping bags here again, and I recently thought, oh, some of those could be thrown away. I would still say that I have 1 or 2 bags too many hanging around, simply because I couldn't decide right away. Which I prefer now? One has a nice picture of my daughter painted on it, while the other has more practical handles, so I decided to keep both for now. So in an emergency, I could still sort out one of the 2, but I decided against it for now. I really got rid of the ones that were just too much. Then, once you get into it, I also found a lot of plastic lids that I haven't used in years. They can definitely go, and I generally took a look around the whole cupboard. Now I'll see if this is enough. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, one thing is still missing. Now I'm looking for one special item. Or am I done? I found it. I have it.
So, those are 19 things. One thing is still missing. And I'll take this one. The sink. So, well, this is broken and dirty and has been sitting here for half the summer actually, just waiting for it to eventually... It has to be thrown away because unfortunately the mechanism inside this faucet is broken. It was great, but now it unfortunately has to go. Yay, I managed to gather the 100 items. I sorted everything out at once. I was a little proud of myself. I really found so many things. And you have to say, I only found things that we really don't need anymore. They have just been pointless in our house. They can finally go now. I love it. So much has come out of it. Of course, these huge balloons here, and the whole laundry basket full of stuff and things. That also needs to go. I don't even know where to drop it off. Probably at the recycling center. And yes, this whole laundry basket here is full of sorted out big things, small things, all sorts of stuff. It was really good. Exactly what I needed right now. So, feeling significantly relieved, I now say goodbye to you all. At times, I really didn't think I would manage it, but 100 items are definitely sorted out now. And yes, I say goodbye. Until next Friday. Now there is pizza for me. Thank you. Bye.